Today's video is crowdfunded by you and sponsored by petflow.com. How many of you have a dog that pulls on a leash? How many of you have a dog that's under 7 months of age? If so, you'll definitely want to subscribe right now. Today we're going to be working with 7-month-old Zeus, the German Shepherd dog. Now, Raven has been doing a terrific job on his obedience, but he's still young. And when he gets outside, watch out, because he is going to pull like crazy. Click thumbs up for another video. And special thanks to our patrons on patreon.com who help make these videos better and better each time. Today, I hope to show you what a beginning training session should look like if you have a dog that likes to pull on a leash. Now, I should remind you also that I have a whole playlist geared towards teaching you how to teach your dog to walk nicely on a leash with lots of different examples. That will be in the description. Petflow.com is a loyal sponsor of the dog training revolution. If you're not having your dog food shipped directly to your door, why not start today? You can get 15% off of your first purchase by entering code ZachGeorge15. Shipping is free on all orders over $49 anywhere in the continental United States. You save both time and money by having your food shipped straight to your door. Visit petflow.com/ZachGeorge. They have toys, accessories, treats, and more. Now let's go meet Raven and her dog, Zeus. When I visited you the other day, I was impressed with how much you had already taught him. And you haven't had him that long. How long have you had him?
2.5 months.
A lot of people misinterpret this barking, this energy, this pulling as a disobedient dog. But actually, this is just a smart dog who's very curious to interact with his world and with people. What is the biggest issue that you're dealing with right now? Because I imagine you have a few with a dog this young.
Yeah, pulling every time we go out, like literally drags me. Barking at other people, chasing any other creature.
Dogs pull for 3 big reasons. They're curious, they have lots of energy, and they walk faster than we do. A lot of people have this perception that teaching a dog to walk on a leash should be easy, like sit, stay, and down. Not so. If I had to pick 2 mistakes that beginners make when it comes to leash training, it's number 1, we wait until our normal walk is scheduled and we also try and train them at the same time. That doesn't work. You have to put aside specific sessions for leash training. The other one is people trying to train an unexercised dog. This is why we have the epidemic in dog training with shock collars, prong collars, and choke chains, because people just try and overpower their dog in order to get them to submit. Unfortunately, that's not the best way to grow a bond and really encourage a strong relationship with our dog. You haven't had him that long. Have you taught a fluid perfect fetch yet?
No, but we're getting there.
Since Zeus doesn't know fetch yet, we cannot sufficiently tire him out before training, so I decided to do the next best thing, which was to get him focused on me by playing a game of tug, since I know I'll be competing with tons of distractions.
Tug of War is the first step of teaching fetch.
We need to establish a clear reward system before beginning leash training, and that reward should be something our dog loves. Rewarding your dog with play can be extremely powerful, but sometimes it takes a little bit to get them into a playful mood, especially when you're competing with lots of distractions.
Once we get this spark, then we're ready to start training. There was a spark. That's a vital moment right there. Bringing that toy to life, you know what I'm saying? That's the tricks. Keep away is a really good thing to do with Tug too, rather than just putting it in their mouth. Tug of War is a very valuable currency. Look at that. And do you see that? You see how his attention's on us right now? He's way more into it. Dogs were bred to work with people, and his preference is to interact with us. If we're not exciting enough or we're too boring, they'll find something else that's more engaging.
Why use play as a way to teach your dog to walk nicely? Because you want to be where the action is for your dog. Dogs like hanging around fun trainers, but they're not too drawn to uninteresting ones. Did you know that certain neurochemicals associated with pleasure and bonding have been shown to increase in people and dogs during positive interactions and play? That may be why play is a more enjoyable and effective way for a dog to learn.
There are 2 things happening here, 2 really important things that are vital to teaching your dog to walk on a leash. The first thing is we're getting some energy out of him, even through tug. The purpose of having a tug toy like this with a dog like Zeus is to be able to get his attention on us and get peppy and play with him anytime he becomes distracted. Because I'd rather him be fixated and jumping on this than pulling right now. We'll work on that later. That's good. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. You're sparking the flame. You're trying to get the fire going. This is what you do before leash walking training. Get them interested in you first in any way that you can. You know what? I'm satisfied. I'm ready to move on with training here. Are you?
Before we could even get started, a major distraction presented itself.
Okay, there's a cat. Right there, he's looking at that cat. So in this case, we just walk the other way. That's what we do. We create distance between the distractions. You see that? I gotta be more interesting than that cat. That's not easy. Hey, Zeus. The goofier you are, the more likely they are to pay attention to you. Come on. Right there, got him on me right now. Got him off that cat and onto me. That's what I want. He's looking at the cat. But your challenge is to get him focused on that tug toy, which she's doing beautifully. That's not always easy to do. That's how you teach your dog to listen to you around distractions. A, create distance, and B, get them focused on you.
A cat is one thing, but how about another dog?
Oh,
Sorry, there's a shepherd behind you. So right now there's a dog, another German Shepherd dog actually behind us. So we're gonna create distance over here. It's important to feel that out. You know, sometimes you may only need to go a few feet away. Other times you may need to go out of sight if they're really, really overstimulated.
Okay, now it's time to get back to business and focus on the fundamentals while there are only moderate distractions around.
Our goal is to get from here to the end of the pathway without Zeus pulling too much. I mean, I'm gonna pick my battles here, but the goal is to really emphasize when there's no tension on the leash. And remember, the key is getting his attention on me. So I'm gonna try and get him into tug mode again. Good boy. Good, okay, good. Now, if you need help with teaching your dog to let go of a toy, I'll have a link in the description that will help you with that. Before the pulling occurs, I'm changing direction. Yes, good boy. I want him to not know where the walk is headed. When we become predictable, that's going to set us back on initial leash walking training. I'll be one step ahead of them. Right there, I see that he's gonna start pulling in a moment. Oh, actually, that was quite good. No, right there. He started to pick up the pace ever so slightly, and I knew that was the time to let him know that's too fast for me. Come on. If you can get low and really establish some good eye contact, that will definitely help. Otherwise, if you have trouble getting low, either use a treat or a toy and try and, you know, dangle it in front of them. Avoid doing the whole leash popping thing and really jerking them back every time they pull. They don't care about that. That doesn't train them, and it really is counterproductive to teaching your dog. You have to be engaging too, and you got to be really interesting to your dog. Look at this, no tension. Good boy. This is how you teach from the inside outwards. Just communicate with them. That's it. Good boy. Look at you. I am able to get Zeus's attention on me when I reverse course without having any tension on the leash. That's a huge, huge step in the right direction. You have to have that first before you have really good leash walking, but you need to be consistent for many, many weeks to months with most dogs.
I hear that barking dog in the background. That's my cue to be preemptive and get Zeus excited about me instead of that dog.
There we go, look at that. See, I'm interesting, I'm moving around. Whoa, this way, buddy. Good, yeah, over here now. Whoa, what are you doing? See, and see, now he's into me. That's good, that's what I like. If you're not the type who wants to be really energetic and goofy with your dog, you might be able to use a squeaky toy. Find something your dog loves to get their attention on you. Slower. This way. Come on, let's go, come on. There's a dog over here I'm competing with. Yeah, look at that little trot, yeah. Come on, let's do it, come on. Good boy. Look at you.
when Zeus hears barking, he would usually bark no matter where it's coming from. And right now he's ignoring the barking. This is not typical. Like, I can walk anywhere. He'll hear barking all the way down the way and he'll start barking.
You sound surprised, Raven. Yeah, and look, I'll be honest. He'll go right back to barking at that dog. That's why you have to be prepared to be overwhelmingly consistent here. So,
since Zeus is getting the idea that following me is a better option, notice that a physical leash correction is completely unnecessary in this instance. It's much better to teach your dog to think, reason, and come to the right conclusion than to physically make them do something.
I'm gonna try and get him onto this instead of the dog. That's the magic moment right there. There's a barking dog right there. Do you see that, Raven?
Yeah.
And I've got him playing tug. I'm more interesting than that dog. That's what I'm trying to show him right now. Good boy, yes. Good, yes, good. You can see his eyes right now. He's looking at the dog, he's looking at me. I want to keep those eyes on me mostly. Yes, good. Yeah, get it, get it. You're so awesome, dude. If you can manage to get your dog to this point, again, be patient with it. It's not going to come very easily initially, but when it comes, you're able to really get a lot of traction. Look at that, and yes, yes, we made it. You did it. Good boy, you did it. Be content with a training session like that. That was awesome. You want to give it a shot? Be patient and really enjoy the process. When you're doing this type of teaching, you have to focus 100% on your dog. Does your dog walk nicely on a leash? Tell me in the comments below. Make sure you click thumbs up as well if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe so you see all of my future videos, like me on Facebook, and a special thank you to all of our patrons on patreon.com. Your contribution of $2, $5, $10 a month are really helping us to do a lot more in dog training. You can see the link in the description. Also visit petflow.com/ZachGeorge, enter code ZachGeorge15 to get your discount. Raven, I enjoyed everything. You did a fantastic job. I'm really looking forward to seeing how Zeus progresses.
Want to see more leash walking videos? Leash Walking with Nina is a great introduction video. Watch Leash Walking with Chloe the Pit Bull if your dog tends to bite at your leash or jump on you or bite your clothing. Watch Lafitte if your dog is really out of control, and check out Boudreaux if you have a puppy.